Greetings there, wayward internet traveler. Want to be like Jeffree Star and constantly entrench yourself knee-deep in internet drama, but too afraid that you don't know what to do if you have to eat crow and lose? Well, don't worry there, I have just the thing for you. Gallagher Meme's Losing Internet Fight Handbook. Just like every other large internet creator, following my 5-step process will guarantee you success even when you fail. So, are you ready to get started? Follow me as we go through step number 1. This is easy. You simply just find the drama that you want to be involved in and jump in. The less you know, the better. A surface glance is all you need. Remember, you're not a nerd, you're a Chad. You don't have all day to study to make sure that you're right or wrong, because if you're wrong, my patented process helps you through this. Any parachutist will tell you that the hardest part of skydiving is the jump, and we've adapted this process, and it works. A good pro tip is to remember that the more emotional you are, the better. Pearl clutch as hard as you can, and stick to that high ground. If you have the moral high ground, how can you lose? You're a good person after all, and you want random people on the internet to see that and agree with you. Uh-oh, looks like you might not be doing so hot. Well, this is the part where you double down. Dig those heels in and be as bad faith with your opponent as possible. Join their enemies if you have to. Remember, talk a lot of shit and talk about how good of a person you are. Remember, goalposts were made to be shifted. Eventually, you shift it around enough, you'll find something that works for your narrative. Throw enough shit at the wall, it'll stick. Works every time, I guarantee it. But remember, ultimately, that you can't lose or admit you were wrong. Admitting you were wrong makes you dumb, and you are not dumb. You are smart. Smart people never accept defeat. They never change their mind. This is a key thing you must always have on the forefront of your mind if you're going to succeed. Getting tuckered out? Or perhaps logic is trumping your appeal to emotions. Worry not. This is the part where you start forecasting your defeat, but remember, you do it subtly. Start saying things like, this isn't worth the effort anymore, or these people can't be reasoned with. Remember, you need to do this in a way that makes it look like you're exiting on your terms, not because you're losing, but because the enemy is just someone who can't be reasoned with. They're too stubborn. They refuse to change their mind, and they're biased. Stick with this, and you'll always look like you're on top, even when you're getting digitally mollywopped. But you don't need to give up. If you feel rejuvenated, you can always go back to repeating step 2. You can cycle between step 2 and step 3 as endlessly as you like until you start getting bored. Things really getting too hot to handle and you absolutely don't want any part in it? Don't worry, rewrite history. Remember, you hate drama and can't stand other people involving you in it. You just want to be left alone. Make sure you constantly declare that you don't want anything to do with drama moving forward. Remember, drama is bad and you are not. As long as you keep trying to be the better person at the end of the day, you don't have to worry about the sticky hands of justice holding you accountable for your haphazard claims and wanton disregard for facts. Remember, facts are for nerds. You just need to remember that the onlookers of this have more ADHD than a bunch of 7-year-olds cracked up on Mountain Dew and Doritos and will likely never remember the genesis of this at all whatsoever. Not your problem, as long as you're the victim and you want to play that card like it's the last card in your Uno hand. Still dealing with the aftermath of your choices? Easy! Tell those hooligans to get a life. Them attempting to hold you accountable merely means they don't have a life like you do. Make sure you tell these terminally online degenerates to be like you and go outside and touch grass. Have a life. Savor the warm embrace of someone of the opposite gender, perhaps. Just whatever you do, don't let them dig up too much on you. It might get you some negative attention. Tell them that they don't have anything to do all day but to dig up and obsess over this drama, unlike you, who's willing to move on. Because remember, you have to be the bigger, better person here. If they won't relent, Simply just block them or ignore them until you eventually repeat step 1. Going on a slander campaign against them to make them look bad in any way possible is also highly effective in maintaining their silence. Was this not enough for you? Worry not. The book goes into far more detail on how you can handle these situations, and it can be yours for the low price of $59.99. Get your copy today. Purchase now, you could get an autographed copy. Maybe I'll even put, like, I don't know, $1 and some nickels in there for you too, for your trouble, for being such a loyal and generous patron. Now you're all set. Go out there and ruffle some feathers, you rascal.